was well received by you guys. I wanted to thank you all for that and transform this in a series where I will be discussing the future of other social medias. In this video, the topic will be Twitter and how it's gonna become less toxic. The importance of Twitter. Despite it not being the social media with the most amount of users, having even less than Pinterest, Twitter has its importance because their users tend to be wealthier and more influent in the world than even the most used social media by journalists. Basically, it's the public space used by rich and fluent people on society, which makes them control the narrative of the press. How Twitter was designed to be toxic. Firstly, there is the limited amount of characters that you can write. This leads to not being able to explain yourself, which opens the door for misinterpretation of what you said. Second thing is that takes a big part on it is the algorithm that tries to make you spend the most amount of time in the platform. In order to do that, they show tweets and accounts with the most amount of engagement. But most of this content has good engagement because people disagree with it, normally because it's something offensive. It happens since people tend to engage more with things that they hate than things they like. All this situation creates a platform for hate and argue with a toxic amount of drama. Elon Musk. He started by offering $44 billion for Twitter, which was evaluated in $8 billion at the time, but he tried to abandon the offer and was sued and left with two options: pay $1 billion or buy Twitter for $44 billion. Now I need to make a little explanation about Twitter. This company is an unicorn. This is a term used to describe companies that are worth more than $1 billion, but that doesn't profit and normally lose money as a way to grow. In recent years, Twitter found a way to narrow its loss, but it still lost money and didn't profit. After the acquisition, Elon tried to cut expenses by firing a lot of workers, but he didn't check up if they were essential or not. Because of that, he had to hire some of them back. Also, some of European workers are suing him for that. Damage of revenue. Now that Twitter is associated to Elon Musk's image, companies are afraid to do advertisement on Twitter because of how controversial his public figure is. Another problem is that he fired a lot of moderators on Twitter, which makes the platform even less ad-friendly. Idea to increase the revenue. Elon decided to basically copy Facebook's idea of pay to win, which means that your post will only be shown to a huge amount of users if you pay. However, they differ in one thing. While on Facebook, it's necessary to pay for every post, Twitter decided to make a signature plan where you pay $8 a month. Current situation. After a lot of drama that I won't dig in because I don't want to be sued. Please don't sue me, I'm poor. Elon made a poll on Twitter and left as CEO. Also, he said that bankruptcy is not off the table. Two outcomes. I can only see two possible outcomes for this situation. Twitter will be destroyed or will become less toxic like Facebook, because only the ones who will pay will have a huge amount of engagement on their tweets, and since most of K-pop toxic stans are teenagers without money, they won't have as much relevance as nowadays. Anyway, both of the outcomes will be great. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Take care, stay in the clouds, and light up the sky.